Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to the channel. This process video is for Shimmerz paints and I absolutely love Shimmerz paints. This is one of my favorite design teams, and if you remember, put my name in the comments and you will get a freebie from me. That simple, that easy. So this layout here is kind of one of them that is a bittersweet moment for me. I used I will tell you this, I used two paint, but the background to it with the paint and what's in the paint, in the vibes and how this turns out works out wonderful because I am using black and it's called the Vibez. It's Be Right Back. It's got gold like metallic shimmer to it. Let me see here. Yeah, it's got little metallic, it's like gold glitter stuff. And because it is black, I didn't want to do more than that on this layout because it's different for me because it's black. I use, just straight up black. I did off camera do up all of my stitching. I got I know, if I remember correctly, Missy Whidden has done this a couple of times where she would spray like her background and then do like stitching. So I think I had to have watched one. I think I watched one of her videos lately, or maybe I just remember. So I kind of got that theme of that stitching in the background. That's why I did that. And then did the black splatters and just let it kind of go wherever, seeped it everywhere. And then that's like my main focal point for my background. The photos are a lot of COVID or quarantine, I should say, related. And it is when this all started, I had plane tickets to go home. And I was supposed to go home during my spring break. Well, with everything being said and me being military, if you're not sure, I am a military spouse. So we were under orders to not fly anywhere because we were not supposed to essentially hurt our soldier in the respect that if he had to get called up to do something and he got COVID, I didn't want to be the one to do it, right? So, or to give it to him. So we were advised to not fly. And I pushed the ticket off. And ultimately I didn't go. So I was supposed to go during my spring break to go home. And then I was supposed to come back with my brand new license from North Dakota. Because at the time I was not able to renew it online because I've already done that once. You have to go in, the state of North Dakota does it where you have to go in every other year. So ultimately, because I'm military, I was able to keep my residency for 38 years. And on this particular day, on June 9th, I ended up of 2020 giving up my North Dakota residency for North Dakota because that's where I had most of my life. I got my license there. I've had my license since I was 14. I've had, I did my winter driving there, everything was done there in the state, and I had to give up my license. And in the photos, that is what I'm holding up is my driver's license. And the state of Georgia, the DMV, the guy that I went in, he's like, do you want this? Because I can tell you've never had another, because, they can see in the DMV, even though I may have North Dakota license, they can still see. They're like, you're switching over from, from one state and you've never had a different license. And I said, well, I don't want to get in trouble and I don't want you to get in trouble for keeping. They're like, no, we'll just block it out and you can keep it for mementos. So I have it. It's still in my wallet. I can't give it up. So ultimately, at first, my title was going to be called The Death of Me. Because I felt like it was a death. I felt like I was divorcing the state of North Dakota, because I've had my license since I was 14 there. I got it 6 months after I turned 14. I had my permit when I hit 14. And at the time, I was 38. I was freshly 38. I was 5 days into being 38. And I mean, so if you count that, that is a long time to have a license in one state. And I just, you know, it just hit me a little bit harder than I expected. I'll put it that way. So here I am. I am now that I kind of gave you my life story on why these pictures were taken. I got out the Vicky Boutin storyteller collection, and I like that I did a black background. Yes. Did I cover up some of it? Yes. But ultimately, this black background made it easy because no matter what I put on this page, no matter what color I put, it worked. Like, I didn't have to worry about the colors not working. So instead of calling this layout The Death of Me, which would have been a really good title, like I really like the title, I decided to play it more safe, I guess, and document things. And I was documenting. A lot of my photos like this here will go into... It will ultimately go into my quarantine photo because I decided to put all of those types of photos in an album or two and have it as like a quarantine section because it's different. I mean, I wouldn't have lost my license if I wasn't quarantined. I would have been able to get home, been on my life, and you wouldn't have even known that I still had a North Dakota driver's license, you know, or switched over to a Georgia license. But because of the quarantine and the pandemic, that's what I had to do. So I just wanted to document it, and the black is fitting. Now, the only place that, as far as I know for the Vibez, the only place that I can see it came in with one of the color kits, but they do have other Shimmerz black that you can purchase, and I will place that down in the comments down below, so that you can still achieve like this style if you want to. I love this. I did gesso my background so that I could be able to, you know, in the beginning you saw me kind of move it around and you could see that it was moving and not just soaking in. I wanted to make sure that I was able to do that part of it. And here I am. I'm just placing my title down and I'm making sure that everything is lined up right, and I'm adding butterflies because, you know, I feel like I gotta brighten this up. Like, it's gotta be like a pun to me, and that's kind of what this is. Like, I was super sad. I mean, it's a driver's license. Like, it shouldn't even, I don't even know why it affected me the way it did. It just did. So I was like, you know what? I want to keep it light and airy, but I still want my background to be dark. So, and that's why I did it that way. Obviously, make sure that you go check out the groups, all of that jazz. All of that will be linked down below. I'll link down below the shop and what I've used. Like I said, I used two, but because I'm using black, it's hard to have any other color come along. So if you're wanting an easy background like this, and that's kind of what I like about me being on the design team, I like to show you guys the easy way of using Shimmerz so that you feel comfortable enough to pick it up and purchase them, because this is an easy background to do. Like, I just sprayed it on there, moved it around a little bit, and then dried it. Like, that was it. Like, it was easy, but yet it's still very effective. It's still a very prominent part of my layout, and that's that's what I love to bring to the design team for Shimmerz, is the simplicity of what I'm doing. So I did get out my liquid pearls. They are like Nuvo drops because Close to My Heart sells them. Those are the ones that I get, and I do get them out. I've been getting better at getting out some of my stash type stuff like this. I still want to use some more of like my sequins and my drops and all of that, because they're cute little easy added touches to this, right? So I used the black, I used a teal and a white color just to add on there, and then I come in with the sunset strips here shortly, and that's a vibe. I'll link both of them down below, along with other blacks that you can purchase that you can still achieve this look. You can actually mix and match the Sunset Strip and the other black that they have to make it have a gold tone like I do. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.